Let's next we have a look at the clothes I had. Back in the day we used to spend a lot of time poking around the army surplus shop. I live in a town of about 8,000 people. And yeah, back then we had an army surplus shop. The farmers used to be quite keen on it for getting outdoor clothes. Yeah, I'm always a bit dubious about army surplus stuff. Some of it's really good and some of it's yeah, just rubbish. But yeah, we used to have a poke around there and get a bit of gear. And apart from that, we used to pretty much wear wool. Everybody had wool clothing. It was yeah, there was wool everywhere. A lot of people got issue with wool clothing if they worked outside. Just, you know, woolen jackets and stuff like that. But anyhow, what I wear and used to wear back in the day is that I'd either wear shorts. But if I was hunting, sometimes you like to cover your legs. If you got lily white legs, it's quite good to have a pair of long johns on, just warm ones. Back in the day they were either pink or natural colour, but these are flash merino ones, a bit more modern but similar. These dry a bit quicker. And either woolen or polypropylene is what we used to use. The polypropylene ones were quite good, but they got a bit whiffy after a day or two. And the added advantage of wool was that we got more warmth in it, and if you got light wool like this, it dries fairly fast as well. It's also good for keeping the sandflies off. It's enough to stop them from biting through. I used to find if you ever had a hole anywhere, sandflies would find it almost straight away. So yeah, that's what we use on the bottom, and if you're a bit modest or your bum looks big in it or something, you used to wear a pair of shorts over the top. And that's what we wore when we went on school trips, if we were hiking or something like that, or on nature trips or something. That was standard wear. It may look a bit stupid, your shorts over top of your undies, but that's what we wore. Back in the day on top, and they still make this type of clothing today, we wear again a woolen undershirt, long sleeve usually, either merino, or if you're tough enough to handle the roughness of just normal wool, you wear that on the bottom. There's nothing flash about that, but again the advantage of wool is you can wear it for quite a few days and it doesn't get stinky, as opposed to synthetic stuff, which yeah, gets a bit manky after a couple of days. And over top of that, what we used to wear is, especially if you're trapping or something like that, or is you wear what they call a bushman's tee. You either get them in a singlet version or a t-shirt. And if I stand up, you'll see that it comes down below where my shorts would be. This is to look after your back. It keeps your back nice and warm. You know, if you've got something short, it rides up all the time, especially if you're bending over, like when you're skinning a possum or something like that. You know, you're bending over on the ground and it's just doesn't come untucked. And it's and it's quite warm as well. Even in freezing weather, you would just wear what I got here, probably no jersey and maybe a woolen jacket over top. If it got really cold, you'd put a jersey underneath as well. So yeah, on my head, I usually switch between, try and keep something dry on my head all the time. I switch between just a watch cap, and this one here is just a woolen balaclava, merino. It's from Army Surplus Shop, and it's from the Italian Army, I think. It's quite nice. It's a bit lighter than the watch cap, and it looks after your neck as well. I prefer wearing a hat to having a hood on a jacket or something, especially when you're out in the open and moving. Yeah, especially if it's windy or something like that. And over top of the other stuff is I wear a woolen jacket. I didn't have a waterproof jacket with me. You don't really need it if you've got one of these. This is quite a sort of, how do you say, an iconic jacket for New Zealand. I used to prefer wearing the version with no zip down the front, and it's just lace up. Just sort of a half opening on it. We call it an anorak or whatever, and just pull it over, and it has a hood on it as well. But unfortunately when you get a bit older, it's a bit harder to get on, and so I've moved into the jacket. Yeah, it's I wore this and just that underwear as well, and I was easily warm enough during the trip. And the added bonus of this is it's waterproof. It's not waterproof like a nylon jacket or something like that, or but it's a bit more than shower-proof. And as long as you don't wash them, if you go and wash them in detergent, they lose their waterproofness. They're made a special way. There's a special weave in the wool, and they're actually a double layer, so you get the double layer of wool. So the heavy outer, and there's another slightly finer lining on it. And it's advertised as being waterproof. Back in the day in the New Zealand Army, you had a choice of a waterproof jacket or a camo version of one of these. You didn't get both. And on the trip I had, when the rain and sleet started, when I got back to the car, this was actually still bone dry on the inside. So yeah, it definitely gets a pass mark, and to anyone who knows these type of jackets, it's probably no surprise that, yeah, we used to wear them just about all year round. Except if you're up in the tops, it was sometimes better to have a lighter wool top, and we used to use oilskins. It's quite funny how things never really change, except the price they pay for things. Nowadays we have Gore-Tex jackets, which are 95% waterproof, breathable, yeah, and all that good stuff, and cost you about $600, whereas an oilskin jacket is exactly the same. It's 95% waterproof, windproof, breathable, probably more breathable than Gore-Tex, and it'll probably cost you about a quarter the price. That's marketing. Yeah, anyhow, this is one of the real heroes of the trip. Keeps you warm, breathes. Yeah, if you got one of these, you're probably not in too much danger or anything, of exposure or anything. And yeah, and over top of that, and it's what I usually do when I go hunting, is I try and keep the same thing on top all the time. And here it's just something I got from the Army Surplus shop. It's just an old New Zealand Army top. It's not that thick, you can just about see through it. But I wear them mainly for the pockets, but also in cold weather, and it's a bit windy or something, just having a cotton layer or a poly-cotton layer over top of the wool sort of increases the wind resistance to wind, and you don't lose your heat so much, and it just keeps everything nice and tidy. Probably don't really need it, but I just use it for the pockets, and if it gets too hot I take the jacket off underneath and put this back on. And I'd even wear this in the summer. I was out the other day and it was 20 plus degrees and I still wore this. Yeah, by itself it's not that, it doesn't add much to the warmth, but when you use it in combination with wool or something, it's not too bad. And in the pocket I've got my which is a real blast from the past, is the French open nail knife or whatever. This is what we had when we were boys. It was probably the only knife I could get really razor sharp. This is a slightly bigger one than I used to have. Yeah. Anyhow, that's pretty much the clothes I had. By the time I got back to the car, this was dripping wet, but the wool underneath was still dry. So yeah, I'm not sure how old this is. It's not a modern jacket. I think it's probably from back in the 70s or something. It's fairly basic. Yeah. Right, that's pretty much it for the clothes. I had a meths burner with me as well, with the old, yeah, you just took the meths inside and light, but unfortunately I haven't found it since I arrived home. I'm not sure where it went to. And the other thing I had with me was, which is, yeah, been around for years, I got from the Army Surplus Shop, is one of these things as a ground pad. I had a blow up mattress as well because I'm getting old and I need my comfort. But I don't really rate the blow up mattress. So the first time I ever used one. I think I would have been happy just to sleep on this, but anyhow. Yeah, that's pretty much it for clothes.